Hello, welcome back to my channel. Let me get started coloring this picture and then I'll talk to you. Usually I start with color number 1, but this time I want to color backwards. So I like this image because it gives me the feeling of simplicity and calmness and a little bit of nature, not too much. We're not out in the forest or in an open field. It's just a nice little calm atmosphere that has some water, and water can be really symbolic and meaningful to a lot of people. Anyway, you might notice I went out of order, but I kind of want to do the olive green type colors first. Some of these greenish and gray tones, and so I might go out of order. There are a lot of different ways you can do these pictures. You can do every single number from 1 to 0, 1 up to the top, or from the top down to the bottom, or you can skip around or do just evens or just odds or just the numbers with 5s in them. There's a lot of different ways, of course, that we can do it. It's kind of nice to mix it up, I think. So, wow, lots of bluish blacks and grays, lots of greens, lots and lots. What was I saying about the music? No, I was saying that I stopped playing Zen Color for a while, or using the app. I shouldn't say playing. It's not really playing. I stopped using the app for a while until I got some reading glasses, I guess, because it was just hurting my eyes to focus on something so small, and my eyes felt fine as long as I was doing it, but then they hurt if I wasn't wearing the glasses, and I didn't need the glasses for my everyday tasks and activities, I didn't need them unless I was reading or looking at something close up. So it just was really bugging my eyes, so I stopped using the app for a while. I don't remember if I said in a previous video that I ended up purchasing the full version so that I could have unlimited hints and have no ads interrupting. And I like it. I think it was worth $10. I think that's how much I paid, $9.99. It's not $9.99 a month, it's just $9.99 total to download it one time. And if you end up deleting it off your phone, it's still in Google Play, which is nice. So if you download it again, or install it again, it will be there. I am using my Android phone still. Alright, so I would like to ask, even though I know you can't answer me, how is everyone doing? How are you doing today? Whatever month, whatever year, whatever day it is when you're watching this. Okay, let me tell you about my day. I live in the western United States, and it is a very beautiful sunny day. However, the place I live has a lot of mountains, and I'm in a valley that's surrounded by mountains on both sides, so unfortunately there's this thing called the inversion, and it's like we're trapped in a stinky, smoggy bowl. No, it's not stinky. It's just a smoggy pollution bowl of bad air. And I'm sure there's a lot of places on this earth that are like that. But if you have asthma or respiratory things or immune weaknesses or sensitivities, you're not really advised to go out very long in this type of dirty air, polluted air, whatever, trapped air. So we have that going on today. And the reason I know that it's pretty bad without even looking it up is because when I look at the mountains, I can see this brownish haze lower, not up all the way high, because of course once you get out of the valley and the mountains are taller than the valley, you can see the top of the mountain really well, but still, since I'm below that, I'm looking up through the brown haze of this inversion. up at our pretty mountains. And the mountains have snow on them, but all of our snow, or most of our snow, has melted. Again, I said I'm in the western United States, and the temperature today is around 45 or something. It's so warm. Maybe it's like 48 or even 50-ish. I don't know. I didn't check today. But I'm just wearing leggings and a t-shirt, and I'm super comfy in the sun. It is extremely warm in the sun. In the shade, it would be a little chilly with this t-shirt on. And I wouldn't worry that I could catch a chill with just this outfit. So I just want to tell you about my day. I've already been to work and got off work and clocked out, and I went home. I ate some small piece of fresh bread that I had made yesterday that I had baked with a little butter on it. And then I thought, oh, I better hurry and take my Amazon returns back to the UPS store. This is probably not going to be anything that anyone wants to hear, but just in case it's entertaining or interesting, or just in case it takes your mind off of your anxiety, go ahead and keep listening or keep watching if you like. So let me see, what was I saying? Yes, Amazon returns. So I have 2 cats, and one of them has high anxiety, actually. Do I call it high anxiety? He has anxiety. He's way too jumpy. And when I took him to the vet a couple weeks ago, the vet said, you know what? This is not good for his health. It's not good for his blood pressure. It's not good for him to be that scared, that startled. So let's work on desensitizing him. And she recommended or prescribed that we buy him some type of a harness and a leash or something safe to take him outside and let him smell everything and see everything and hear everything and begin to, stimulate all of his senses that can be stimulated by different things so that he can get used to a lot of sounds and smells and sights and sudden movements if necessary, like maybe a car would pass by or something. I don't really want to put him on a leash because there are people with dogs, and I worry that someone with a dog could come out right then and maybe attack or go after him. So I'm more interested in buying like a kitty backpack or something that has either there's the bubble kind. I've looked at a lot of these on Amazon and Chewy. Anyway, there's the bubble kind, and then there's a couple different ones. Like there's some that kind of look like a net or a box, and they can see because the sides or the windows are transparent. There's a kind with a little window door flap thing where the kitty can have his head poking out, and then you have him still harnessed so that if he does get scared or too curious and wants to jump out, he can't get very far. So I'm not sure what kind I'd like to get yet, but I'm kind of thinking I want one that has wheels, maybe. I don't know, maybe not. I'm big on reading reviews. So if you are a person who writes product reviews, thank you so much. Whether it's positive or negative, I don't care what it is if it's your real strong, experience, your opinion on something, you've tried it out and you've seen whether there's pros and cons to keeping it or, getting rid of it, whether you return it to the company or you give it to someone else that could use it, or you throw it away, or you repurpose it. I do appreciate people who write reviews because I rely on reviews so much to decide if I'm going to purchase something or not. If it's worth my time, my money, my effort, my travel, I don't know. Like if I'm going to travel to pick it up or if I'm going to travel to return it. Anyway, so I got to get this kitty backpack. Why was I telling you about the cats? Oh, yeah. So on the vet's recommendation that Oh, and also this kitty, he is more overweight than he should be. He's not obese, but he's up to 2 pounds overweight. Not quite 2 pounds overweight. And she said as they get older, they can have kidney problems, they can have joint pain, and that's not good, of course, if he's carrying too much weight. So she said start taking him on walks for 20 minutes 4 times a week, and that should help him lose weight and desensitize him somewhat, so he's not so anxious. Well, that's all well and good, but if you live around dogs and in the city, it's pretty scary. So I don't know. I just don't know, like, if I can even get a harness on him, because I've tried before and he was so grumpy, cranky, and he just sat there, and I'm like, okay, well, let's just let him wear the harness for an hour or two or half an hour and keep putting it on him every day until he gets used to it. That's probably the way to go. Maybe give him a treat before and after, like before you try to put it on him, and then after he has it on. And then just, I don't know. He's a kitty that doesn't really like to be held anyway. So it's not like holding him and cuddling him is going to cheer him up if he's angry because he's got a harness on. So anyway, so I'm sitting here like, what else can I do, doctor? Dr. Sarah, her name is, the vet. And she's like, okay, well, buy one of those counter, like the things that sit on the counter. It's like a laser pointer. And it's digital, I mean, automatic, whatever, battery operated, or you can charge it up and turn it on. And then he should, of course, there might be a learning curve or a time to adjust to this toy, but he should be interested in that laser and go after it and get more exercise, because he's eating because he's bored. He's not eating because he's hungry. He's eating because he doesn't have much else to do. And we in the family are at work or school all day, or most of the day, so we can't just play with him all the time. And of course, cats have to sleep something like 16 hours a day anyway. But when they're not asleep, they need to be stimulated. They need to have some exercise and some, an adventure, some kind of movement. So we did buy that counter sitting laser pointer. It's a little thing that's kind of like, it's in the shape of a cat head with just kind of a cylinder body. I don't know. And it takes a couple batteries, and you just turn it on to the slower setting or the quicker setting. And it rotates around the room like the pointer does. Anyway, guess what? Only one of our cats likes it, and it's not the one that needs the exercise. It's our other cat that's extremely fit. The vet was so impressed by our other cat that he was fit. And she said it's pretty rare that I'm actually seeing a cat that's fit at a vet appointment. So I'm going to actually invite you as a call to action, or challenge you all, if you have a pet, if they are overweight but not obese yet, do whatever you can do to save up your money or use some of your money, put aside some money to take your pet to the vet. Get them checked out, and then if there is no health concern and they're just somewhat overweight, talk to the doctor about what you can do to help them lose that weight and what's a safe time frame for them to lose the weight. Because if it went on slowly, then it should also possibly come off slowly. I mean, just in a healthy way, so they don't lose too much weight too fast. Whatever healthy change a person or an animal makes should be a safe one, So if a person gains weight gradually, it makes sense that they also lose weight gradually. You shouldn't gain weight really fast, and you shouldn't lose weight really fast. Unless you have a whole lot of weight to lose, and unless you're under a doctor's attention or, care or supervision. You just want to make sure that you're not losing too much, too fast, you know, and that you're doing everything in the proper way. Well, we already measure out the food, so we know it's not a food problem. So we definitely know, and she's checked them all out. She's done this hands-on exam. We know that he's not sick. She felt no lumps, no growths, no infection, no swelling. He's just a little bit overweight. So we bought the toy that she suggested, but he's not using it. Only our other cat's using it. It's been close to a month now. He should be brave enough or interested enough to use this toy. I was tempted to actually just take the toy back because I'm like, I don't need my already fit cat to go after this toy. I need the one that's not as fit to be interested and go after the toy. So I was considering starting a return for Amazon before it's too late because I'm almost out of time. It's been about a month or almost a month. And if I want to be able to return it and get a refund to put that money towards something else, I should hurry and decide. Anyway, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet because it is a great source of fun for about 2 to 5 minutes for the other cat, but I don't know if it's worth that, for how little he plays with it and he loses interest or he gets tired out. By the way, what did you think of this one? Let's look at the animation one more time on it. It's really nice, isn't it? Let's just enjoy it for a minute. I think the only thing I would like to change would be that the water is a little bit more light blue rather than these gray speckles. This picture is pretty, and I really like the bamboo detail, but it seems to be more gray and dark than I'd like. Okay, so, all right, moving on to this other one. Let's do this one. Anyway, talking about cats. The reason why I'm talking so much about cats is because, one, I love animals. They're very important to me. If I could, I would be an animal protector and spend some of my time and money on helping animals live in better conditions when they're in captivity or trying to keep people from stealing or poaching animals and treating them with cruelty and keeping them in labs in cruel conditions. If people must use animals to do their testing, like scientists or doctors, they should do it in humane ways, where the animals are kept comfortable and not stressed out. Anyway, I can talk more about that another time, but I love animals, and so I wish I could be an advocate for them, and maybe this is my way of doing that, because right now the job I have has nothing to do with animals, and I'm not going to be able to just quit my job and go pursue something that has to do with the protection of animals like I wish I could, but anyway, animals can't speak for themselves, so I think that it would be wonderful and very meaningful type of career or work or whatever, or even volunteer work if I could afford that, because I do need to pay my bills and I need to make sure that our needs are met. So anyway, I'm talking about pets so much because pets can bring us peace, comfort, companionship, humor, joy, distraction. It can give you this sense of being needed because pets need you. They rely on you to feed them. And of course, there's all these automatic feeders and automatic litter box scanners now and stuff like that. But they still rely on humans to take care of them, at least the domesticated ones, right? The domestic animals. And so, and besides that, cats and dogs and other pets can be your your emotional support animal. So if you have anxiety, depression, etc., panic attacks, maybe insomnia, maybe I don't know what else there is besides physical things, like maybe you're disabled, maybe your mind is great, but your body doesn't work as well as you'd like. There's all these different reasons why a person can benefit from having an emotional support animal, and our cats are our emotional support animals in my family. So I want to keep them healthy. I want them to be happy and to be well taken care of and to enjoy life as much as possible. And since I love cats and dogs and animals, my family also does, it would just devastate us if something like an illness occurred where like it just came creeping up on us and we didn't know. It's better to be well informed, and it's better to know like quickly. If you can find a problem quickly and diagnose it and do what you can to prevent it from getting worse, or do the utmost to make sure that your pet doesn't lose its life. If somebody in your world, in your family or whatever, is very much relying on that pet for their mental and emotional well-being or their physical well-being, it's a really good idea to make sure that that pet is extremely well cared for, extremely healthy. So that's why I'm talking a lot about cats, because cats are the only kind of animal that we have right now. So they are my family members' emotional support animals. I called them my cats. They're not mine. But I am the head of the house. And I'm the driver. So I am taking care of these cats and making sure that they get their vet appointments done and make sure that I listen to the vet and that I help. So what I was saying when all of this talk started is that I came home from work and decided that even though I'm really tired, I should probably go to Amazon and return the products that are on a deadline that I need to return before it's too late to return them and get my money back. And I really enjoy a company that allows you to return a product, even if it's been sampled or used. I think that's really great. I think pretty much in this life right now, in our time, you really need to do that because people work so hard for their money and they might take a lot of time or, deliberation in choosing to purchase that item. So if there's no type of security or insurance whatsoever, then it's kind of dumb because we need to be able to buy a product that works, and a company or a brand needs to be able to stand by their product. And if they can't, then how are they going to do business if the thing that you've purchased from them doesn't work and they don't stand by their product, or at least, you don't have any way of benefiting from the situation if you try it and it just doesn't work out. So I ended up returning three cat toys. One of them was a tunnel, like a play tunnel, and then one cat dish, because I purchased the cat dish, the feeding dish. It's for wet food or dry food, and what it is, it's in the shape of a saucer, like a tipped satellite dish almost. So it's got like a wide bowl situation and it's tipped. It's higher, it's about 6 feet off the floor. And that way, when your cat eats from it, it's not going to create like a neck strain, neck or spine strain or anything like that while the cat's eating. And I think hopefully it helps them not to have to bend down and have their face so close to the floor when they eat. Well, just so you know, if you're thinking about a dish like that, oh, and also let me explain the dish further. It's got like little raised fish shapes. It's almost like a little maze. So little raised fish shapes where it's texture so that when you put the food in the dish, if the cat's a fast eater or if it vomits a lot because it eats too fast and they can't handle it, so it vomits, this type of feeder is supposed to slow the cat down. to help them stretch out their meal more and enjoy it and, eat it more leisurely or work harder for their meal. Let me tell you, that was only, I think it was $27 or $22 or something. Anyway, I bought it, and for about a day and a half, it slowed the cats down. Maybe, yeah, about a day and a half. It really slowed them down. It really dragged out their amount of time spent eating their food. But then they somehow got the courage. I don't know. They just worked around it, and they were able to eat a lot faster. And then it ended up not really slowing them down at all, and they were still gobbling their food. And the one cat that eats too much or eats too often because he's bored, he ends up vomiting because he can't handle it because he's eating too fast. So, yes, there's learning curves to everything like that you introduce to your pets, but I wasn't too happy with that because I read so many reviews and I was just like, ugh. I don't just go by the stars, like 5 out of 5 stars or 4.5 or 4.3 out of 5 stars. I'm actually reading the well thought out reviews that people are leaving of their experience with these items. So that reminds me, now that I have sampled those, I should write my review on it just in case what I have to say could help someone else. So I ended up taking those back, and then I get home and I see another Amazon package at my door. I'm like, what? I didn't order anything else. And I open it, and it's another one of those cat dishes with the fish, the raised fish, And I'm like, no, because this is what happened. I got the return code so that I could return it, and I knew that I have only until February 1st, which is not tomorrow, the next day. And I know I'm going to be busy the next day, so I just need to make sure that to do it today or tomorrow. Anyway. Oh my goodness, I'm tired all of a sudden. This warm sun is making me feel very comfortable. Anyway, what was I saying? Yes. So I go to get the return code and all that, and I pack up the dish, wash it really well. It's super clean, it's sanitized now. Pack it back up in its original box that it came in and take it to the UPS store. Yesterday, this is what I did. I did it yesterday. And that's great and everything. But then instead of clicking on return or return the money back to my original payment or return it to my Amazon balance, I accidentally clicked on replace this item. So I didn't need a replacement. I didn't want a replacement. I just want the product back in Amazon's care or whoever the seller is, and out of my hands so that I can get my money back and put it towards something else that actually is going to slow the cat down or help him to lose his weight or be more fit. So, as soon as I got home, like I said, that next box was waiting. That next Amazon box was waiting, and it was another one of those dishes with the raised fish in it, like the raised. By the way, it's a porcelain or ceramic. I don't know what it is. It's definitely something that if you drop it, it will break. So I turned around and I went back to the UPS store to return that new one. And now rent is due tomorrow. No, it's not. It's due in 2 days. Now, hopefully, everything will get refunded in time. Hopefully. I know it can take a while before it gets back into your bank account, but I'm hoping that by the time I pay rent, that I'll feel like none of my money is sitting out there in limbo, and I can take some time and a couple more paydays before deciding what else I can try to buy that will help our one cat become more fit. So what are you thinking right now? Are you able to calm down from your day? Are you feeling anxiety? Are you enjoying this day in any way? Are you having a lot of thoughts and not able to calm your thoughts down? That was me yesterday. Yesterday was a hard day, and I felt really weepy, and I don't know, I just felt like I wanted to cry, but I didn't want to spend the time crying. I don't know. I don't know. That's just how it is sometimes. Speaking of rent coming up, that's a stressful time, right? When rent is coming up and you have to pinch every penny and you have to make sure that you're making wise choices with your money. You don't have a lot of money to throw around. I mean, it's really great to have an extra $10 or even $20 to be able to buy a cat toy or a cat dish sometimes. But I don't really have the luxury of doing that too often. So when I do spend money, I just want to really make sure that it counts, because I can't be just throwing things around and, just half-heartedly buying something and losing out that money if it doesn't work. We're almost done with this picture. Wow. I was curious as to where number 25 is going to be. Where is it? Is it in this lamp? Is it in the tree? Oh, nope, it's not there. Interesting. Ah. Okay, it's right there. Okay. Oh, there's another one. There it is. All right, so I want to finish with the moon, but is it the moon? Yes, because the stars are out. But I want to find this green one first. And if I remember back when I started, the green was all these leaves. Oh, there it is. Okay, all right. I want to thank you for coming. If any of my chatter has been helpful to you in any way to distract you or calm you down or give you any pointers or any hints about anything, any tips about your pets or your vet or being fit or anything like that, hopefully there was something that was useful for you. And I thank you for spending this time with me. If you haven't had anyone else to praise you in any way today or this week or this month, it's the end of January 2024. If you haven't heard a good word about yourself or your efforts or your hard work at all this month, I'm here to tell you that you have worked hard and you've done a good job. Even if you don't have a job but you wish you did, you're still living, right? You're still showing up to your life, even if it's really hard. You're still waking up every morning. You're doing your best to eat. You're doing your best to take a shower, take care of your hygiene, have a meal, get dressed, and show up to your life. And that can be very, very hard to do. And some of us probably didn't do it today. Probably just didn't show up to our life today, even though we're alive. It's like we're not really living much. I just want to give you some kind of encouragement. I hope that tomorrow will be better for you. I hope that when you lie down to sleep tonight, if you're somebody who is afraid to go to sleep because you have panic attacks in your sleep like I do, or you're alone with your thoughts and you just can't handle it, or you have insomnia, or you cry yourself to sleep, I'm here to tell you that you worked hard. Just being alive, you worked hard. And I hope tomorrow will be better for you than today was. If you had a good day today, I'm wanting to encourage you to, in some way, give thanks for that. If you believe in a higher power or a creator or Mother Earth or the universe, or whatever you believe in, I encourage you to take a moment to give thanks for that your day was good today, or that your mood was good today, or that part of your day was good today, or that something good happened to you today. And I just want you to be good to animals, be good to yourself, try to be kind to other people, even when it's difficult. And one more thing is that we can only control ourselves. We can't control another person and what they're going to do with their own body, their own mind, their own time, or their money, or what they're going to do with their agency. We cannot control it. We can only control what we do with ourselves. So if we can just work on being the best that we can, we can look in the mirror at the end of the day and say, you know what, I worked hard today, I did well today, I did my best today. And if the best you could do was get out of bed, use the bathroom, drink a little bit of water, maybe eat a banana or a handful of nuts, and then go back to bed and curl up and just breathe and be alive, if that's the best you can do, then you worked hard today. You did that thing, and it was hard, and you did it. So I just want to give you praise for that. And with that, let's finish this and let you guys get going. All right, thank you. This is me at Zen. I don't even know what my channel name is right now. Zen Comfort Healing. I don't know. Anyway, thank you for being here, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out. Take good care of yourself. See you next time. Hi, I'm back briefly. I wanted to apologize because we didn't really watch the animation, and I like to do that, so let's go ahead and do that. Let's take a moment to enjoy those stars, the mountains, the green, the wood of this table, the fabric on the cushions, the mat, the floor that has some nice crisscross texture, the rocks that are sitting around the area, the little bowl with the steam coming out, and the nice simple candle. Let's take a minute to admire the green in the leaves and the blue of the water, the reflection of the mountains, and the way that the moon has a glow, and the way that the lantern light and the moonlight has a little glow on the cushions. Let's watch the animation one more time, quietly, and breathe, and think, this is good. This is helping me feel calm. Take good care. Goodbye.